Hey, super savers. Do you often find yourself wondering, where did my paycheck go? Even if you're receiving regular deposits into your bank account. Does it ever seem like you were never actually any closer to paying off your debts or saving up for a big purchase? If so, then you might be experiencing a bit of déjà vu, because we've all been there before. It's really not uncommon to receive a paycheck, fill the car up with gas, pay some bills, and then look around at the end of the month wondering, where did the rest of my money go? But don't worry, because today, I'm going to teach you how to manage your money so it doesn't disappear. We'll show you how to track your cash flow, keep tabs on your spending, put together a budget, and get started on building up an emergency fund. By the end of this video, you'll have 10 minutes invested in securing your financial future. So let's dive in. No, 1, track your cash flow. Have you ever heard of the saying, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail? Well, the same thing applies to your finances. You won't be able to make any real progress toward your financial goals if you don't know where your money is going. So the first step to ensuring that your money doesn't disappear is to write down every single expense, no matter how small. I know what you're thinking. We don't want to be sitting here calculating how much we spend on daily necessities, like groceries or utility bills, because they are essential to our survival. But that's exactly why it's so important to write them down. Once you see how much you're spending on these essentials each month, you can figure out ways to cut back and save money elsewhere. And while it may seem tedious to write down every single expense, it will be well worth it when you see just how much money you're wasting. So grab a pen and paper and start tracking your expenses. You can also use a spreadsheet or an app to help you stay organized. Just make sure that whatever method you use, you're consistent with it. Once you've tracked your expenses for a few months, you should have a pretty good idea of where your money is going and how you can start saving. Number 2, the 50-30-20 rule. As we mentioned earlier, the average American spends about 30% of their income on non-essential items. And when you consider that most Americans earn less than $50,000 a year, that means that many people are spending more than they can afford on things like dining out, entertainment, and clothing. Of course, we're not suggesting that you should never eat out or buy new clothes. We're just saying that you should be mindful of your spending and make sure that you're not overdoing it. One way to do this is to use the 50-30-20 rule as a guideline. The 50-30-20 rule is a budgeting technique that allocates 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and investments. Needs include things like housing, transportation, and food. Wants include things like dining out, shopping, and entertainment. And savings and investments can include things like retirement contributions, college savings, and brokerage accounts. If you're not sure where to start with the 50-30-20 rule, there are plenty of resources available online and in books. There are also many different budgeting apps that can help you track your expenses and make sure that you're staying within your limits. Number 3, emergency fund. Imagine this scenario. You're going about your day when suddenly you have a car accident. Thankfully, you and everyone else involved is okay, but you do have significant damage to your vehicle, and you're going to need to take some time off work to recover. Now imagine that you had an emergency fund to fall back on during this difficult time. Life is unpredictable, and it's important to be prepared for unexpected expenses. An emergency fund can give you peace of mind knowing that you have something to fall back on if something goes wrong. Additionally, an emergency fund can help you avoid going into debt if you ever experience a financial emergency. Most financial experts agree that you should aim to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up in an emergency fund. Of course, if you're able to save more, that's even better. But don't let that stop you from getting started. Remember, even small amounts add up over time. Number 4, good debt vs. bad debt. Debt is a tool that can be used to increase your net worth or decrease it. That's why it's important to be careful about the debt you take on and only use it for things that will increase your net worth. Good debt is typically used to finance things that will increase in value over time, such as a home or a business. On the other hand, bad debt is typically used to finance things that will decrease in value over time, such as a car. Before taking on any debt, ask yourself whether the item you're buying will increase or decrease in value. If it's an item that will increase in value, then it's likely good debt. If it's an item that will decrease in value, then it's likely bad debt. Of course, there are exceptions to this rule. For example, a car can be a good investment if you use it to generate income for your business. However, in most cases, cars are bad investments because they will decrease in value over time. That is important to be careful about the debt you take on and only use it for things that will increase your net worth. Number 5, start investing. If you're looking for a way to grow your money, investing is a great option. The stock market having historically returned around 10% annually. You could potentially double your money in just 7 years. Plus, there are a variety of investment options available, so you can choose what's right for you. Mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, and index funds are a great way to get started investing. They allow you to invest in a diversified portfolio of securities with a relatively small amount of money. Plus, these investments are typically managed by professionals, so you don't have to worry about making day-to-day decisions. Gold is another popular investment option. It's considered to be a safe investment, since its price tends to stay high even when the economy is down. Plus, you can buy gold in small amounts, so it's a good option for beginners. Stocks are another option, but it's important to do your research before investing in individual stocks. The stock market can be volatile, so you could lose money. That's why it's important to invest in a diversified portfolio of stocks and to hold on to them for the long term. No matter what type of investment you choose, it's important to start early. The sooner you begin investing, the more time your money has to grow. Number 6, discipline and consistency. I know we promised you 10 minutes and we've taken up most of your time already, but this last tip is so important that we simply couldn't leave it out. Managing your money doesn't require a lot of discipline. In fact, it doesn't even require a lot of time. All it takes is a little bit of organization and consistency. The best part is that it's something that anyone can do regardless of their income level. With a little bit of effort, you can take control of your finances and start building the life that you want. It doesn't matter if you can only spare a few minutes each month. Every little bit counts, and it will add up over time. So what are you waiting for? Start today and watch your money grow. If you liked this video, please share it with your friends so that more people can learn how to take charge of their finances. And don't forget to hit follow for more money tips. Thanks for watching, and best of luck on your journey to financial freedom.